is there anything that we can actively do to be happy?
We've been trying to do that for a very long time. What we have to realize is that everything external is impermanent, and therefore, even if it's pleasant, whatever, it's going to change. If we want happiness, we have to look inside. From the point of view of our system, the source of all our happiness, source of our contentment and peace is within. Because people nowadays are just so busy trying to construct their happiness by obtaining endless material things, constantly accumulating, so much so that they're not even present in the moment. And in every moment they are thinking, oh, I need to get this, and their whole life is projected to the future, striving for something out there in the future. So much so they completely lose themselves. And then one day they turn around and think, why am I doing this? I'm always working, I'm always busy, I'm always tired, I'm exhausted. What have I got? What they've got is dissatisfaction. What they have suffering. People seem to have ignored the basic fact that everything is impermanent. We go to school. They tell us, when we study science, chemistry, physics, biology, they say, everything changes. It doesn't stay the same even for a moment. And yet we give these changes a label, and then we fix it. And then we say, oh, this is good, this is bad, and we try to collect all the good. We try to ignore, eliminate, or move away from the bad. And we think, if you collect enough good things, we'll be happy. If you keep away from all the bad things, we won't be sad. Unfortunately, impermanence, the law of nature, comes along and everything falls apart. And then we look at what we've got, and all we have are a lot of things which mean very little. And we spend our whole lives like this, hoping for the best, fearing the worst, and we beat ourselves constantly, all the way to our deaths.
So we wake up one day, we look at our life, and we discover that we are not happy about it, that we have accumulated all these things and have a job and family, house, car, but there is still something missing.
Yes, unfortunately it's worse than that. Usually it's at the time of death. Because at the time of death we have no choice. We can't even take our body with us, never mind our money, our new BMW, our nice big house, our beautiful partner. When death comes, then we have this too late wake up. We realize that all these activities came to nothing. All we've accumulated is a lot of negativities. Yeah. And then at the time of death, we suddenly wake up and we realize that all that we did was for nothing. Because everything we've accumulated, we leave behind, other than the results of our own actions.
I am very busy in my search for happiness. And then one day I realized I'm getting nowhere. So I decide to stop. Now what should I do next?
I think first of all it's important that you observe yourself. You have to discover how you are. You know, how things have been. Look, how am I? When you stop, you discover that all this constant running after the objects of your senses, trying to construct this illusory building of happiness, you discover that it's really not real. Because of impermanence, because of change, because everything is interdependent. You know, it's not real. In fact, the actual struggling to do this actually is the basic thing which actually created so much of your pain and suffering. It's like when you go to work. You have a really, really hard, busy day. You've done your 8, 9, 10 hours. You come home to your partner and to the children, and you're thinking, you just need to get away. You come home, you can't deal with it. You are so full of your work. So you go in your room, or your study, or you go somewhere, and you have your cup of tea, your glass of beer, you know, put on some music, and what do? You let go. You have to have that space to let go of the day, because you are full up to the top. And then you empty out, so there's space for your wife or your children. What happens if you don't do that? Very soon you are shouting, you are screaming at people, because you are already too full. This is how it is for most people, every day. So in the same way, when we stop and we relax, and we stay in that moment, then we discover, we think, why? Why do this?
So when we have this little break and we look back at our lives and we see that things that we do don't bring us the happiness we want, what is the first step towards the happiness?